I'm going to set this up here just so that I can make sure that it's all rolling well, and then we will get right into it. Let me, I didn't get it set up on the computer here, so I just need to pull up YouTube, and then then we'll get to rolling. Just need to hold on. Alright. Let's go, boys, we're live. Let me check the audio here. Okay, it seems pretty good so far. So, yeah, like I said, we're building the Viking ship here, which let me just see, does that work? All right. Yeah, and then I can see the stats on there. Let me make sure the audio is good from sitting over here. Let's see. All right. It seems pretty clear so far. Let me know if we have any problems as the stream goes on here. Let me just mute myself. I just have this open over here so I can watch chat, really. But yeah, today we're going to start out with this guy right here. It's the Friendship Flowers Friends set. It's a little warm-up build. Because I found it in a drawer and there was like 3 of them in there, so I think that's a set that is okay for us to build here. And then we will get into the Viking ship, Mudguard Serpent. I think I'm really only going to go till either 8:30 to 9-ish or so like an hour and a half here. But we'll see when we start getting towards that direction over there. So we'll see. But yeah, let's crack this guy open right here. Got a little tiny knife today here because my normal knife is sitting in my car right now. I keep it in the glove box. It's a pretty handy multi-tool. You never know when you're gonna need it. So yeah, cracking open the Friendship Flowers right here, top of the top, and this little Friendship Flower set will probably make its way into a review at some point, I would assume. Just something like a little Wednesday video, something not too terribly long, just a nice little short review. I'm sure of it. And who knows, maybe it'll be this next upcoming week, because I forgot to film a Wednesday video this week. So maybe this will end up being next Wednesday's video. But yeah, kind of just looked like a neat little set that we could do for a little warm-up build here. And not too big, it's only 84 pieces, so it should only really take a couple minutes here. And if you have anything you feel like asking me or whatever, go ahead and throw that there in the chat. That's always welcome. But yeah, it seems like it's gonna be a nice little stream here. A good little hour and a half or so. Just messing around here on a Friday night. I am planning on streaming like every other Friday, so not every Friday, but every other Friday until at least I get either tired of it or lack motivation. So we're gonna try that now. I will let you know if anything changes, because maybe next week, because that'll be the beginning of Thanksgiving break for excuse me, for our school. Maybe I will stream them. It really kind of just depends how I'm feeling. So definitely keep an eye out for stuff like that, because stuff changes all the time, especially around here. So yeah, it should be a pretty interesting little stream. Yo, what's up, my guy? Not too bad. How about you? But yeah, plan just doing some building here tonight. Building a little flower set, and we're gonna start the Viking ship. That one's gonna probably take a couple streams, so maybe definitely not gonna finish that one tonight. But should get some decent little progress. I don't know how far how many would assume the first section that you build is the Serpent, so maybe we'll get like that done tonight. Maybe start on the ship. I'm not entirely sure how to gauge this sort of goal here, but yeah, we'll play it by ear. We'll see as we go. But definitely in for a fun little stream tonight. Now, eventually, I think it would be cool to build the second build on this. It's like that little tavern or like house or something or other right there. It's kind of a neat build. I'll have to show it to you actually. Hold on. It's this one. I think that would go nice in a little medieval display of some sort. As you might have saw in the thumbnail, I do have the Viking village built that I think I finished it last weekend. Just not on stream, just building it whenever, because sometimes you gotta do that as well. Even though I have quite the backlog of sets ready to be filmed for video purposes and stuff, so should probably catch up on those first. But yeah, just kind of built that, and that's where the last Mini Mac Monday kind of stemmed from. It was that little Viking boat that I built was just because I thought that the Viking village should have had a Viking ship or like a small dinghy or something of some sort with it. So I just kind of made my own, and that's also kind of why I'm building this, because it was between this and the medieval town square, and I'm like, you know what? I've been wanting a Viking ship for my Viking village, so I might as well build the Viking ship here. So looking it's gonna be pretty cool to have them kind of displayed together, especially with the little dinghy and stuff next to it. But I'm certainly excited for it. But yeah. Now, I'm not entirely sure if Thomas Fitzpatrick is streaming, but if he is, and if he still is by the time we're done here, then you should definitely go and check him out. Maybe throw him a sub and come right back if you want. But he does some interesting sports commentary and stuff, and streams much more often, much more regularly than I do. So he's streaming like almost every day. He's got a schedule planned out for like the next couple years, and he got himself monetized and everything, which is pretty dope. So he's making a little bit of change off it too. So it's very nice. So if you're into some sports content, definitely check him out when you get the chance, because it's definitely worth a watch. I always pop in the streams too here and there, so you'll definitely see me crawling about the chat occasionally. Not in there all the time, but definitely when I can. But yeah, actually, let's see if he's streaming. Let me pull it up here. I'm kind of curious. I don't think he was gonna stream tonight, but it's possible. Doesn't look like he's streaming. Yeah. Going to live. Streamed 20 hours ago. So yeah, his last stream was yesterday. So he's not live currently, but maybe he'll pop in the chat a little bit later on here. My open panel. Oh, hold on. Let me fix this real quick. Alright, hopefully that's working correctly. It kind of blanked out there for a moment. Not entirely sure. But if it ain't and you send something in chat and I don't see your message, my screen's being goofy and it won't let me look at it right now, so I'll get to it at some point. Sorry about that. But yeah, Thomas is a very interesting person. Actually, just yesterday, me and him went with a teacher and moved some tables and stuff after school. It was pretty fun, just something quick after school, because there's some tables that needed to be moved, I guess. So we went over to some other school to move tables. We had to bring tables from a play over to that school, so that was interesting. Pretty quick trip. Me, my sister, and Thomas all went down there, and another guy too. You may or may not have seen him on a poster too. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Just something real quick after school. And then I went home and did homework, like just about every night. But yeah, I'm liking this little build so far. It's kind of something a little bit different, something I don't normally tend to build. Here is like the flowers and stuff, other than the cherry blossom set. So still a rather different experience. But yeah, just getting kind of interesting. It's definitely something I don't do all the time, so it's kind of fun to build something a little bit different every once in a while. Oh, and if you have any suggestions for like mini Mac Mondays or something, go ahead and throw them in the chat. I'm always hurting for suggestions for those, because I can never figure out what to build half the time. Yeah, usually try and just build something small within like an hour or two is usually about the amount of time I spend on it. Just watching a handful of Lego videos usually, or a couple episodes of a show or something, like with the Viking village, with the Viking boat there, the little dinghy. I was actually watching Rings of Power at the time, so that was pretty goofy. It was an interesting experience. I'm not entirely sure that I totally like the show, but I can't say that I really hated it either. So like I didn't mind it as something separate from Lord of the Rings and stuff, but as something incorporated specifically within the text, it's not great. I haven't myself read the Silmarillion yet. I have it sitting on the shelf. I just gotta read it at some point. But it's on the list. I just need a little bit of time to get that adventure started. But yeah, from pretty much everything I've heard, it's inaccurate and bad. I think from just like a random fantasy show perspective, it's pretty okay. It's not terrible, I think, but being something so deeply like incorporated with the text is what kind of like brings it down to a point. Because like just watching it, not having read the Silmarillion, and just kind of hoping for the best. It wasn't that bad. There's some stuff that didn't make a ton of sense. Some stuff that I wasn't a huge fan of, but nothing that was really like I'm never going to watch this again, sort of thing. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. But yeah, this weekend will be interesting. I'm not entirely sure what video I'm gonna film for tomorrow yet. I have a bunch of sets built, so if you have any ideas of what review I should do tomorrow, then you should definitely send those in, because I'm not sure what I want to review for tomorrow, because this guy right here will be a Wednesday video, that's for sure, because it's a very small set. Like I said, done here in just a few minutes, kind of distracted and stuff. So I'll set that off to the side there. Obviously fold up the instructions. But yeah, so got any suggestions for a review I should film tomorrow? Definitely throw those in the comments. If I have it built, if I have that set built, then that's probably what I'll end up reviewing for tomorrow, because I don't have a video filmed yet. And maybe a little bit later we can show off the city. I did a decent little bit of work. I kind of mapped everything out, got most of the modular buildings on the table, as well as all the road plates that we have currently built on the table, and some base plates mapping out the rest of the roadway and stuff. So it's coming along. I haven't hung up a plane over top of it. It's a little city cargo plane, because I wanted it to get off my desk because it was kind of in the way. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go hang this on the city. And I'd say it looks pretty good. So remind me a little bit later, and we'll head over there and check it out. Maybe after we build the Serpent here. But yeah, let's crack into her. Oh, almost fail. But this will be I think this will be a stream exclusive build, so it's like I'm not gonna work on it and just like, no, just end the stream and then just build it all. This one's gonna be one that I built on stream. I might build a set or two off stream, depending on what time we finish up tonight. I might even build a little bit of something later too after this. But yeah, let's get her emptied out here. Got all the bags out. Now, one thing, I have a lot of Creator 3-in-1 sets here too. I got a lot of Creator 3-in-1 sets to build yet, and I think part of the reason that I kind of just haven't been building them is because one of the last Creator 3-in-1 sets that I built was rather large, just took forever because it didn't have numbered bags, even for the first like primary build or whatever you want to call it. And for that, I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna hold off on those for a bit, because they take a little bit longer and you spend a good chunk of the time sorting. But from the last few that I've actually like built here in the not so distant past, they have mostly had numbered bags, which is, at least for the primary build, which is interesting. Certainly different from what I was expecting and stuff, but interesting. So let's get these guys off the side. Some special pieces here, and rip open these bags here. Well, yeah, if you have any questions about any of the videos and stuff that I film, then you can go ahead and toss those in the chat. I'll respond to them when I see them. But yeah, let's see what bag or bags we need here. Oh, interesting. So it looks like the Serpent is the very last portion of the build. So looks like we're not building the Serpent first, unless we want to here. Maybe I'll throw a poll in here in the chat. You set that up. Ship. All right, we're gonna throw a poll on here and see if anybody feels brave enough to vote here. We'll leave that up for maybe a couple minutes here, and then instead of starting that immediately, we can run over to the city real quick, because I did kind of want to show that off at one point. So go ahead and vote on the poll there in the chat if you're feeling up to it, and let's take a quick trip over to the old whatchamacallit over there. So the city, I should say. So let me just hop past here. Had to maneuver some stuff around. So this is a sneak peek here. Gotta turn some of the lights on. I haven't really shown anybody else this on no one on YouTube yet anyway, and nobody even really at all, besides some family and stuff that obviously use the basement on occasion. But let me flip this camera around, and yeah, here's what we have going. It's looking pretty nice, I'd say. Have almost the whole front face covered with these guys here. Eventually I will pin them all together. That's why they have these Technic bits there, so it's very nice. Definitely something of interest. So it'll be all connected and stuff, as you can see kind of how it works here. I really enjoy making these mills plates and stuff, so that's always a bonus in regards to stuff like this. And as you can see, we have a couple blocks there. Two of the modulars didn't quite make it in just yet. I would like to include those in there because they're actually some of my favorite modulars, but at the current moment I just don't really see how they fit into this layout, so that'll be something that I will continuously have to mess with. I might eventually even end up extending this one more modular back, because I feel like that would make sense. I just kind of wanted, a street going all the way around it, which is why we ended up with this current layout here for the moment, at least. But yeah, so the idea here with this awkward space is to put a nice little beach front area and stuff. See, we have the little sushi restaurant thing, which will go here, and maybe a couple custom modulars. Eventually I'd like to make a pub and stuff. I have a whole bunch of ideas, and as you see, we have the trees here from our little experiment with the cherry blossoms. But yeah, it's looking pretty nice. I'm a fan of hanging this guy up. I kind of want to put maybe a helicopter or something over there, maybe it's gonna go over the ocean or something. But yeah, just a little bit more aerial stuff right here. Maybe I'll stick where is the There's an Iron Man around here somewhere. Maybe I'll stick like an Iron Man flying around or something. Just some fun stuff like that. Maybe Green Goblin will be hanging up there. I also want to add another layer to the Daily Bugle here, so that'll be coming eventually. We actually pretty much got an entire new Daily Bugle set up in, not set up, in a bulk lot that we bought. It was just kind of a big box of Lego at rummage sale, and it had like an entire Daily Bugle in it. So we'll definitely have the pieces to upgrade this. Who knows if we have the ceiling space though. But yeah, kind of without further ado, let's get back to the Viking, Viking ship set here. Let me flip this guy around, and making our way back over here. And yeah, let's set her back down. See if we can get it to hold on. Let me see. There we go. Now we got some charging activities here, and we're gonna end this poll, even though nobody voted on it, which means an executive decision here. I think we're gonna start with bag 7 with Serpent, because that sounds like an interesting thing to do here, unless we need some of the pieces from the previous bags, in which maybe we'll just go ahead and start with bag 1 now. Let me find it here first. Alright. Toss these guys over there. Alright. Just do a little bit of organizing here. Nothing too crazy. I just like to have a little bit of order before we go into sets and stuff, which is why we have this nice Lego organizer here that we've actually had for quite a while. I don't know exactly when we got it, but the hinges are sadly starting to fall apart there, which is definitely a sad sign that we might be nearing the end here. We might have to get something similar. We do have another newer Lego sorter, but it's a little too deep for building sets and stuff like this, in my opinion. So yeah, so we're definitely going to have to maybe I'll find like this exact style on, I don't know, Amazon or something. Maybe we'll pick something up like it, because I've been enjoying building with this guy. Use it quite a bit, just to have everything kind of together and generally in a spot that I kind of know about what everything is and where it's located. Just it's not like too many different compartments where you gotta like sort every single piece, but it's also not like something crazy where it's just like one big box where you're just having chaos and stuff. I think the little three things makes it fairly easy for people to sort and stuff, especially given the fact that you're generally only doing it like one bag at a time. So that definitely plays a part into it, plays a role. But first up here, we got some minifigures that we're throwing together. They're looking like they're going to be pretty neat. Definitely possible additions to the Viking village there. And after I get that set up, It would be nice to have a little bit more water space. Maybe we'll make some little pseudo island type things with some other like little tables or something. But another thing is that eventually, to help with the city building stuff, I'd like to get a cart to put all of the put some Lego pieces on, stuff like some road plate stuff that can kind of wheel around the basement here, which might make some of the more tedious stuff that is involved with city building stuff just a little bit easier. It'd also make it a lot safer to transport the Lego just around the place. So that's always a benefit there, because you definitely don't want to be dropping all your stuff every time you try to move it around the Lego room. Just like a little base like that can be very helpful, especially when things like the Viking village split into like 3 pieces or something. You can just toss them willy-nilly on your cart and then call it a day. But yeah, here's our first couple minifigures here. Looks like we'll be getting maybe one more eventually. I don't know if we'll get to that in this video. Oh wait, 2 more actually. But definitely looking pretty snazzy. If I can actually get it in frame, that'd be very helpful. But yeah, let's start knocking out this first bag here. Let me pull my chair just a tad. Sorry you're late. Well, I totally don't forgive you, Thomas. You're supposed to be early. You can't be late. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, just building some of this Viking ship here. We're kind of just starting the actual build. I built like a little flower thing and toured the Lego City. If you want to scroll back and check that out, Thomas. But did a little tour of the Lego City as it stands now, because I did some work on it a little while back. But yeah, it's definitely shaping up. You'll probably see a video on that in the next couple of weeks. You're trying to build. What are you trying to build? I gotta know, Thomas. What are you building, sir? Something, better not still be that NES. I know you don't have stickers for it. But, NES, oh. My man's been building that for like a couple years now. Or at least a year. But you gotta order them stickers from Lego. You gotta let them know that you didn't get the stickers. That's pretty important. You're ordering them, good. Because you definitely do not want to be missing the stickers, especially for the big freaking black panel in the front. That's definitely looks a little bit better with stickers, I would say, because that has like some of the stuff with wait, no, can't remember if the NES has one of those or not. But yeah, some of the NES stickers are definitely very nice. Well ordered. Okay, that's good. You already got them ordered. You're on top of things, unlike me. I got some stuff to do this weekend. But yeah, I'm excited to have this built, because I have, like I told you a while ago, Thomas, and I kind of mentioned already on stream, I built the Viking village and was unhappy that it didn't have a boat, because, I mean, Vikings, you kind of immediately think ships. So I was assuming that I was hoping that it would have like a little dinghy or something, but it didn't. So I built my own dinghy. Looks pretty dope. And maybe I'll make instructions for it or something eventually, because I know somebody, I know one person at least, who's interested in possibly getting some instructions for that. So if anybody else is interested, definitely throw some comments on my videos or throw something in the chat if you're watching at the moment. But I know a certain somebody who may or may not want instructions for it, so I might have to make instructions at some point. That'll probably come over Thanksgiving break, which is not next week, but the week after. So depending on how next week goes and stuff, maybe I'll even stream next week, even though I'm not scheduled to. But I'll definitely be streaming that next Friday. What kind of Viking set doesn't have a boat? Exactly. You think Vikings and you immediately think of boats. At least I do. I don't know if I'm goofy for that, but it feels like a big part of like the Viking aesthetic or whatever. So yeah, I made my own, and that's kind of why we're building the Viking ship set here now, the Creator 3-in-1 Viking ship, because them Vikings need a boat. They desperately need a boat, especially since they're on an island. It's like a very small island with just like 3 buildings. So they could definitely use some mode of transportation, I would say. But yeah, rather goofy if I do say so myself. And the 1,000 subscriber video, I hit that a while back, and we've been maintaining over 1,000 for a while. If anybody's wondering where that is, it is coming. Either Thanksgiving break or winter break. Either way, it's coming within like a month or so. Here, you're surprised 7 is watching? Is he really? Or do you mean isn't? Or is he? I don't know. Confirm. I need some confirmation there. Isn't? Okay. I don't think he ever watches. And it's probably for the best, because he would probably troll so hard. Like, terribly so. And you would probably also give away his name, and then he'd be mad. But, yeah. My man's is a troll. Through and through. He may or may not have messed up my recommended by just typing random stuff in the thing, so I need to deal with that at some point. Typing like random weird stuff into the search bar, doing 7 things, we'll call it. Very like him. Hold on. But yeah. Oop, saved up. But yeah, this is definitely going to be shaping up to a very nice build here. I can feel it. I'm thinking it's going to be a very cool addition to our semi-medieval-ish stuff. With like Black Seas Barracuda is probably gonna get displayed next to us. Even though they're probably not, like, definitely not same era, but they look they just kind of feel about right as far as Lego sets go. So they'll probably get displayed next to each other in to some extent. I'd like the little, not only this Viking set, the Black Seas Barracuda, but also the Fort Legorado or whatever it's called. That fort that's kind of sitting on an island, that 18+ set. I have that built, I think I want to incorporate that into it as well, because I think it'd be a very interesting little set of islands just off in the seas of Lego World, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think that'd be rather interesting just to have all three of them. I think they'd display fairly well next to each other, and then we could have all the boats just kind of clashing in the center. Although the Imperial boat from the Fort Legoreto or whatever is very small and weak compared to the rest of them. It's kind of just like a ferrying ship to go between a larger vessel on the island, it seems. But at some point I'll have to try my hand at some custom water techniques and stuff. I have some that I want to try out that sort of involve a bit of nose plating and stuff, depending on where they end up. But yeah, those should be pretty cool. What did I do? That's what I did. Hold on. But yeah. Like I said earlier, Mr. Thomas, I don't know how long we're gonna go. This will probably only be like a hour and a half long stream, I would assume, because I still gotta film a video yet tonight, and yeah, that's the main thing, is I still gotta film a video yet for tomorrow. So yeah, and if you have any suggestions again for video ideas for tomorrow, anything specific that you want to see, I still am very open to it, because I have no idea what I'm planning on filming tomorrow. So if you have any suggestions, any like specific sets you want reviewed or anything, I have quite a backlog of stuff already built, so even if you just give me like a genre or something, we can figure something out. I can give you some options if you'd like, within like a certain genre. Because yeah, we have quite the backlog built up. It's just all sets built and sitting in their boxes, and I just need to film a review for them so that I can display them. And that filming the review part is all that's holding me back. So yeah, and this winter, close to like Christmas-ish, I would love to finally build up review the Eiffel Tower. I've only been holding off for it because when I do it, I want to have a few days set aside, because I'm going to review it one day, like probably make a script for it. It'll be my first scripted video, I would assume. Then review it in English one day, and then dub it in French the next day. Which is why it's going to take like a couple days. So I gotta, especially over these breaks, like I think during Thanksgiving break here, I'm probably going to end up posting daily. Definitely get a little bit ahead on videos, hopefully, as well. But I don't know how I'm planning on structuring like the Christmas break and stuff. I might post daily, I might post like every other day. But at least until Christmas, I'm going to, like, the whole month of December is going to be a daily upload. I'm going to have the, like, advent calendar stuff, possibly like 2 or so videos a day for like the month of December. Well, not the month of December, but until Christmas. I'm just filming the videos like the night before and having them all go up in the morning. So that'll be a crazy scramble, but will definitely be interesting. And that is bag 1 done here, so I think we're going to go on to bag 2. We might get to, let's set a goal here for ourselves. I say we finish bag 3 tonight. I say 3 is probably doable. Maybe even 4. And then we can just build the rest in the next stream. Which is only really a few more bags. Because it's like 7 bags total. So if we build 3 here, and then 3 or 4 here, then we just have either 3 or 4 the next time it comes. So I could possibly finish it next weekend. Or the weekend after that, depending on what I feel like. If I feel like just kind of busting it out, then I'll probably end up doing it next weekend. But definitely keep an eye on the community tab for that, because that's where the updates will come. That is number 3. But it would seem that 2 and 3 are going to be the most, like, the grindiest, most repetitive bags, I would assume. Just based on the fact that they're the ends are fairly similar, except for the one side is the face and the other side is the tail. But other than that, they seem almost identical. So if we do end up getting through bag 3 tonight, then it'll just be very just cool, interesting stuff the rest of the way. But so far I'm liking it. It's again, I'm only 1 bag deep, but can't complain. I'm definitely excited to have it set up. Maybe I'll do a will it float type thing with all of these, like, kind of medieval style boats and stuff that I have built up, because I'm not sure if the little dinghy that I made would float. It feels like it would, but it might be a bit top heavy with a minifigure on it, although it's pretty solid through and through, so it might stay upright. I think that'd be the only problem. You might get a little bit of leakage in there because it's not like super sealed or anything, but it'd be super cool. Oh, yo, what's up, Thomas? You're back. Where'd you go, Thomas? But yeah, we're just kind of talking. I think I'm gonna build through bag 3 tonight, and then the other 4 I will just kind of bust out the next stream, which may or may not be next week. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how next week goes. Just because the week after that is what's it called? It's Thanksgiving break that week, so we'll be able to do a lot more YouTube stuff, and I'm not gonna have to like rush to get all my stuff done over the weekend. I can stretch it out a little bit, take a little bit of a break and catch up on all my stuff. Maybe even watch a season of a show or something. Maybe catch up on a certain show that I'm sure Thomas knows quite a bit about, but I haven't really done anything with it on the channel yet, which I might have to change pretty soon. I have it in the list. Maybe one of these days, maybe for the 1,000 subscriber video, I'll give you a sneak peek of the Lego projects list. There's a lot of cool things lined up here coming up in the near-ish future, I would say. But yeah, definitely some exciting stuff that I'm planning on doing. Like, I got at least one project in progress at the moment. I'm waiting on some things to line up. I need to put another order into Bricklink because one of the orders got messed up, and they were like, the seller was like, hey, can we just not ship you this? And it's like, I would rather have it than not have it. Like, cool, here's your refund. So had that going on. So that was a while back, but we just haven't reordered the pieces because I gotta go through and figure out what pieces there. But my laptop has some issues. Hopefully we can get the data off of it and transferred to the new one, which I would like to transfer over to for editing as well, so I can get rid of that stinging Fillmore watermark that's on about all of my videos, because I currently use that just on my phone to edit. So hopefully we can get that removed, as well as get some stuff set up by Christmas, or at least by New Year's, because that would be rather nice to be free from the watermark, and that I can make slightly better quality videos for you guys. Definitely, as we're looking at laptops, one of my big things is, does it work well for editing? Like, can it handle editing software and stuff? Nothing crazy, but we don't need to film anything, like send anything out in 4K, but at least 1080p. Right now, I think all we can do is 720 without paying for a membership, and I'm not paying for the membership for Fillmore Go, because I liked Fillmore Go for a while. It was nice. It was never intended to be a permanent editor, but some stuff with it has made me want to move away from it as fast as possible, just because some of their past, not so recent anymore, but like recent, as of like the last year, updates have just been, let's just say, not my thing. So I've been wanting to try and escape from it. But, yeah. Thomas, if you're still here, do you have any ideas for a mini mock Monday? Because I don't know what to build this week. I have plenty of mock ideas, but a lot of them are bigger. And I don't think I exactly have the time this weekend to build a full minifigure scale patrol boat, PT boat from World War II, like a World War II era PT boat, which is on the list. That's on the list of stuff that I want to build. Or a Sita Peak class shuttle from Star Wars. Those are not exactly in the cards this weekend. Those are a little bit more than weekend builds, I would say. Although, maybe it was a long weekend, and I was feeling extra motivated. Maybe I could pull off the C3 class shuttle, but probably not to any perfect degree. I'd probably just have to build it and then just tweak it. Nice shuttles, though. Well, one of the things I mentioned was a shuttle from Star Wars, the C3 class shuttle. The other one is a boat. So I don't know what you're talking about with plural shuttles right there. But, yeah. But, do you have any suggestions, you think? Lizier Thomas? But, yeah. I do kind of like the techniques and stuff that this is using to, like, round out the sides there. It'll probably look a little bit more together once it's, you know, put together. But, it's definitely looking rather cool. Rather cool. Indeed. Well, I should probably add these guys in there. They're kind of supposed to be there. But I'm definitely excited for this. It looks like it has like a little ballista of some sort on it. If you know, if you're aware of what that is, kind of like a big crossbow thing. They're pretty cool. It's a form of artillery. It's basically just like a big crossbow. This one's a little bit goofy looking, but it is on a Creator 3-in-1 boat, so I don't know how much you were expecting. But, yeah. She's certainly coming along. So, Thomas, if you're still here, what are you doing tonight, my guy? I know you're not streaming. You working on homework? Playing games with the boys? I might play a game, hop on and play a game of Fortnite after this. Because, Fortnite's a rather goofy game. Working on homework? Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on a game of Fortnite after this. Then I'm going to film a video. If you have any suggestions, I'm going to film something for tomorrow. And then I might do a little bit of homework. And then I might hop on another game and probably call it a night at that point. I'm not staying up till 4 though. Maybe try staying up till 6. Experts say that is 2 hours more effective than at shortening your lifespan. So yeah, there's that. good way, 'cause I'd like to do a good amount of physics this weekend. But I'd also like to get ahead on not only, I would like to catch up a bit on argument of the week stuff, which is for AP Lang. If Eddie was out there besides Thomas Fitzpatrick over there, it's for AP Lang. I'd like to get ahead on the AP tasks, also for AP Lang. Get a jump on them at least. Get maybe one of them done this weekend. Maybe one or two of the argument of the weeks. Chat disconnected for a second. That's goofy. But then I would like to, on top of that, I'd like to get caught back up on physics, especially because there's a test next week. So, kind of can't afford to not be ready for that. No, physics test. There's a physics test next Thursday. But I'd also like to do some FBIs. Maybe I'll go through and do all the charts tonight. Maybe that'll be my little bit of homework. And then just filling in all the charts. Then I might go through and do like all of the definitions like tomorrow or something. And then I just gotta do the FBIs for Thursday, which I can just do a couple here, a couple there. And then I won't have a ton to do the night of. Or maybe I'll just do the whole thing this weekend, so I don't even gotta think about it all week, because I think it is an open note quiz again next week. And if that's the case, then we're good on Gov. That's what the FBIs are for. It's for government, if anyone out there other than Thomas is wondering. But yeah, maybe I should I got all my blood drive people, so I got to check that off this morning, which was very, very nice. Yeah, I believe it's open note. I sure hope so. And then I can't remember if I have anything for French or not that I gotta do. There's some stuff that I didn't add to my French stuff, which I'm planning on adding. So I mean, there is that, which I would like to do this weekend. Maybe organize some of my papers so I can find stuff, and maybe get some stuff ready for my schedule for next week. So, like, I already know sort of what homework and stuff I'm going to have to do for on Monday. So I can already mark some of the stuff that I'm not intending on finishing, because it's due like next Thursday or like next Friday or stuff like that. Stuff that I'm like, okay, I'll start it, but like I'm not gonna finish it because I have other more pressing matters at hand. So yeah, I can get that, and then I can, if it all goes well, maybe we'll do some laundry and stuff this weekend. Lots of stuff I can do to get myself set up rather well for next week. But then again, watch me just not do like any of it, because that would be something that could happen. Not a good something that could happen, but something that could happen. I'd at least like to get some stuff done. That would be nice. But obviously 2 videos, one for tomorrow. Then I probably won't film the one for Wednesday just yet. which will probably end up being that little flower thing that we built here at the beginning of the stream. Gotta retake a stats test. You got 68. Dang. And I thought my my pre-calc test was bad. So I originally got an 82, which is not good for me. So I did some of the practice stuff, and if I get all of the some of the corrections, but I had like other priorities, so I didn't get very many of them done, unfortunately. But if I do get all of the corrections correct that I corrected, which hopefully I do, I will have gotten like an 87, which is still not great. But it's better than nothing, I guess. Certainly better than nothing. But yeah, definitely better than what I had before. Because not happy with 82 on the test. Although this next test, I don't know if it's when it is exactly, but I'm fairly confident in it. Because this unit has kind of been nice. It hasn't been that difficult, at least in my opinion. Some others would definitely argue with that statement. But the geometric and arithmetic equations are fairly easy, at least from my point of view, compared to like some of the other stuff that we've been doing as of late. But ace that, hopefully bring my grade back up. And here we have this guy here, so now we can these sections complete, so now we can add these here. These are quite big sections, and that's basically just what the next bag is like this exact same thing. It would seem maybe minus this next part that we're building here, but yeah, she's coming along. She's actually a little bit bigger than I was expecting. Like it's gonna bow out a little bit more than that on either side. That's a good size for the Viking village. I think it's not like so big that it's gonna totally dwarf it. I think it's close to the same size, like lengthwise and stuff, as the Viking village, so you can still kind of tie it up. I almost wonder if eventually if I do add it to display, like when I make this other Viking hut, maybe I'll make a little secondary little island with like a bridge going over it, connecting them and stuff. It's a little bit of a little different building style, but you can probably blend it in with some terrain and stuff, make it look a little closer to the Viking village style stuff. Maybe darken it up a bit, do some extra stuff, but yeah. But excited for I'm very stoked to do the 1,000 subscriber video. I know I gotta do the little ice bucket thing. I got that lined up. I'm planning on doing like a little mini clone army section. I'm planning on having a whole bunch of segments. And maybe I should even start posting some Q&A stuff now, because I think it'd be interesting to do a little Q&A portion, even if it's just like a question or two. Some like just basic stuff that I can throw in there. I'm planning on having it be a rather packed video with like a lot of different little like segments, even if they're only like a minute or two each. It would definitely be cool, and hopefully I gotta make it worth the wait. At least that's my plan with it. My plans change like every other day, so we'll see. We'll see. One thing that'll be interesting is after senior year here and after Delta, because it's probably where I'm gonna go to college for like a little bit anyway. When I eventually have to go like live on campus and stuff, it'll certainly be interesting to figure out how this channel works at that point. I'll probably have to stockpile like a ton of videos and stuff, like every time I go over to my parents' house and stuff, and then just have them auto post. Like even if it's just like shorts, it'd probably be like one video a week. You'd probably go down dramatically to something like that, just so that I would have enough videos. But yeah, gotta start making plans for that. Which is part of the reason it'd be nice to start getting ahead now. Because even though that's like a ways off yet, like over a year. Yeah, because I'll probably spend like a year or two at Delta, getting some gen ed stuff, and then I'll transfer over to some other college or something. Probably be like mostly online maybe for Delta, which would be nice. At least to some stuff. I don't really know how it's going to work yet. But then transferring to a area where it would be like all like living there for a while would be interesting. And then I definitely have to have a lot of videos stacked up for the future by then. And then maybe I'd do like maybe a stream every so often, probably not like all the time, just because I'm sure college will be interesting. And hopefully by then we'll be monetized, which we're actually not like, super far off now. We're creeping up on those hours, which is certainly good, which is also why I gotta like, keep actually posting videos when I say I'm going to, so that we can keep getting closer and closer to those goals there. Because by the end of senior year, it'd be super cool to be monetized. But I think that'd be super cool and just an achievable goal, I would say. Especially if we keep the pressure on with getting videos done, getting stuff reviewed here. And definitely like to transition even more so towards doing more like city style content and stuff like I've done a bit in the past. So that seems to do very well compared to like some of the reviews and stuff that I do. Although I do like doing the reviews and stuff, it would be nice to eventually have those like permanently go on just Wednesdays. So it'd be like a review on Wednesday, a mock video, like some custom stuff, some like city work of some what's it called? Saturday. That would be the dream, I would say. That would be the dream. There we go, got bag 2 done for bag, and we're going on to the final bag of the night, which is bag 3 here. And it is basically this exact same build again, except this one has a dragon instead of a tail, and that's actually like the first part here, the little face. So that'll be neat. And then after that, we're gonna call it and do the other 4 bags the rest of the time here, which might be pretty good, because looks like bag 5 we get another minifigure, or at least one. I can't tell if there's 4 minifigures total. So we're gonna have 2 more that we're gonna see here at some point. Let me see if I can peek ahead and figure out where they are. Okay, I'm not sure where the 4th minifigure is. We're gonna see at least one more in bag 5. What am I building? Oh, the Viking ship and the Mudguard Serpent thing, if you can see it. Well, it's the title of the stream. This is as far as we've got so far. This is bags just 1 and 2. We're on bag 3, and this will be the final bag for the night. At least for this guy here, because I still got a review set for tomorrow, as well as maybe touch on a little bit of homework, as well as some other stuff. Might play a game, might watch a few episodes of a show or something tonight, trying to finish that, because it's a show that I watched from the 2nd episode, and it ended a while ago, and I never finished it. I also have another show that I started watching from the 1st episode when it first came out, and I watched everything except for the last episode. So I'd like to start, finishing some of these shows. There's also a show that I started a rewatch of, and then something else became available, so I had to watch that while it was still available. And then, of course, I dropped everything for Rings of Power for a while, so at the moment I'm just bad at finishing shows and stuff. So maybe watch a couple episodes of something tonight. And check something off of my show bucket list. Movie and show bucket list this weekend would be actually kind of nice. because that's not something that I typically get the chance to do. Favorite set, that's gotta be the, I think it's 2012 or 2013 Star Wars, Lego Star Wars Star Destroyer, just because it's the first one that I really remember building and having like trouble with. So then I would just like build it, get like halfway through, can't get a piece to click in, tear it apart, rebuild it. And then a few years ago, I rebuilt it. Took me an entire weekend parting the thing out and rebuilding it, but it's gotta be one of my favorite sets just because of that. Although I am partial to the Venator just because of Clone Wars era stuff, as well as like some of the medieval stuff, like the Lionite's Castle, the kind of first set of the return of the kind of medieval style stuff being the Lego Ideas, I believe it was, blacksmith set. So that's a pretty cool one. But I'm kind of stoked for some of the sets, especially like the Star Wars ones that are supposedly coming out this next like calendar year here, because a lot of starfighters, like Jedi starfighters, like Plo Koon's starfighter, Ahsoka's Jedi starfighter. We're going to get a new Anakin and Obi-Wan starfighter. Obviously, UCS Jango Slave 1, which is something that is pretty much unheard of. People have been like really, people have been really advocating for it for years now, and Lego just hasn't done it. So it's definitely about time. And then there's some like the stuff I'm not sure if it came out this month or if it's coming out next month. The I don't know what's it called. Oh no, it's a friend set, but it's going to be become like a 18+ set. It's Lego does interesting things, yeah, lots of interesting things, lots of cool stuff to be hyped for. But yeah. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, plenty of stuff to be to watch out for. Let's see. Get the long one up next. But yeah. So there's gonna be some botanical gardens. That's what I was thinking of. The botanical garden set looks really cool, and I think it would look great in the city if I had space for it in the city. But that might be one that doesn't look too bad, like not directly in the city, but kind of on the outskirts, which would be like the next table over. What am I reviewing today? I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Thomas is supposed to be giving me ideas, but he has been pretty silent. If you have any ideas, you can say something, because there's a lot of sets to review, and I don't know what to film yet tonight. You don't have any ideas? Not even like a theme? That's Star Wars, Marvel, city. I have a few city sets actually. Star Wars, Marvel, city. There's what other themes? There's a couple other themes. There might be a creator set or two in there. Probably city. Alright, I'll have to see what I can do. I think I definitely have a couple that are unreviewed. I'll have to find something a little bit bigger. I have some stuff that are good city videos for like Wednesdays, because they can be pretty short videos, like some of the small like $10, $11 sets. But yeah. What set is he working on? Kind of curious. City or Marvel? Yeah. What set's Dad working on upstairs? I'd be curious. Eventually I gotta build some of these Technic sets. I have quite a few sets ready to be built. But yeah. 60409. I don't recognize that number. Let me check it out. 60409. Oh, it's the crane. Interesting. That is a very nice set. Yeah, I don't have all the city sets memorized just yet. Although I have been able to I've been known to make some guesses in the past where you just type like a random number into the search bar, say Lego, and then half the time I could predict at least what theme it was. So like a lot of the 6 zeros are city sets, a lot of your 7 5s tend to be Star Wars sets. I don't know how much that applies with like creator stuff. I mainly know city and Star Wars. I just start with like 6 0 or 7 5, or something like along those lines. Generally, definitely can be interesting how much you can guess just by building a lot of sets and reviewing a lot of sets. Like I don't even like memorize some of them on purpose, but like I don't know, like I couldn't just say like just off the rip say the 501st Battle Packs number, but I can almost certainly recognize it if it's like shown to me or something. It's like, oh yeah, I know that set. It's like, is that this set? And then usually, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. But tried that. What, in multimedia? Just kind of typed random numbers in, and I tried to guess what set it was, and I was right a surprising amount of the time. But yeah, I'd like to also at some point make like a little construction site. There's a lot of things that I want to make for the city. Like I want to make a parking lot at some point, not to take up space, because space is the one thing that I don't really have. But I just feel like there should be a parking lot in the city. I feel like it makes sense. But there's also some of like custom builds and stuff that I want to do for the city. Like I want to make a pub at some point. I think that'd be cool. I think a custom Lego pub would be cool. Campground, yeah, that is definitely eventually gonna happen. It kind of got put on the back burner after I kind of tore it apart for pieces, because I never really got very far with it. Only just making the plates and stuff. But yeah, farm, that is an eventual thing that I need another table for. That is, I have a spot planned out for it when we get that other table. I just need the other table to be able to work on it and be able to actually start that farm. Because like I also want to do like a shipping, like a dock. Obviously in this current layout I'm gonna have a beach and possibly 2 bridges maybe. I gotta figure out how I want to design them. But that'll come after after the after the second table is found room for, which is the main like holding thing that's like holding everything back, is just we need space. But there's a lot of stuff planned. Like I said, maybe in the 1,000 subscriber video, I'll leak the Lego idea board. I have the notes app on my phone, and I have a section of like Lego stuff that I want to make. There's a whole separate section for just city stuff, some mini mock stuff, a bunch of brick heads. Those are some of the ones that, although I'm personally, even though I make so many brickheads, I'm not like the biggest fan of them. Like, they're cool, and they're the only like decent way at the moment that I have to depict some of these people, like people and characters in Lego. But the real goal is to have figures along with these, and figures are just a lot harder than brickheads, because only so many prints have been made and stuff like that, and you can't like mix and match them as much as you can with brickhead. But yeah, the eventual, there's been one figure I've made so far, and that one has had like a custom cape and stuff. I'm sure most anybody who's in the chat has probably seen it. It's the tuxedo mask figure that I made a while back, and I plan to do more custom cape stuff. Maybe eventually sell some of them, because I think we got a decent process here. I would just like to get a metal stencil for those capes, which I just got a mock up in some like CAD software, some design software. where I can just cut out the exact measurements and stuff that I need. Maybe I'll show them eventually in the future. Like, I'm planning on having a separate video for at least one of them, because the show ended not too long ago, and by not too long ago I mean a couple months ago, and I haven't finished it yet, which is probably the one I'm going to finish this weekend. But yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, I've been planning the video to showcase the murder drones ones, kind of detail out how I built it, but I just don't know how to tackle that video. I was planning on maybe doing some more unique stuff like that during, if not this coming Thanksgiving break, maybe the winter break after, because I would like to get like a bunch of reviews and stuff set up for like that first week, and then maybe for the second week of our vacation, maybe get couple more unique projects done and just like mess around and have just experiment a bit more. And obviously by then I would like to be yeah, thank you. Yeah, by then I'd like to be no longer using my phone for stuff such as videos, and being wholly relying on my laptop as well as my GoPro, at least for a while anyway. There's a camera that I'm looking at, but it's pretty expensive. It's the DJI, I think, Osmo Pocket 3, I think is what it's called. It's it would definitely be an interesting purchase, and I'm not entirely set on it yet. I gotta research into like some camcorders and stuff, see what might be the best for like what I'm doing. And that was kind of part of the reason that I'm kind of leaning towards the Osmo Pocket 3, is the ability, like, I can hold it in my hand, I can set it on, I can put it on a stand, and it'll like track me. So I can set it to track like me or like an object, and it will follow that one automatically. It's got like a little gimbal on the top, and it also has a little screen so you can get like a preview, kind of like you can with my GoPro and even my phone to an extent, depending on how I'm utilizing it. But I think that would be rather useful, especially if I plan to do more city stuff. I think that like motion tracking feature would be interesting, because I'm not always paying that much attention to stuff. So I can just set it to track myself, or like I can have it way in the back, and then it's just gonna like track me and look at like focus in on me, and then I can build everything around that video wise, and should create some more dynamic shots and stuff. But for now, I'd like to employ the use of my GoPro as much as possible. And the one thing that's very convenient about the GoPro is that when I'm, say, editing on like my laptop, I don't need to plug it in and connect to it. I just need to have the Quick app downloaded, and I can literally just like go on my thing, connect my GoPro to it, to my laptop via Bluetooth, and then I can just copy the files. Very easy. Don't need to like screw around looking through the file stuff. I just need to connect and copy. It's very very obvious. Oh, the thing I'm building, it's again the Viking ship, Sea Serpent. Coming to a close on today's stream with this last bag here, but we'll probably finish it next week, maybe. But yeah, then we'll go into because I got some stuff to build, some stuff to work on yet tonight, especially stuff regarding some Lego related shenanigans and activities, such as I have a video to film yet for tomorrow. But yeah, really starting to come together here. Lost my spot there for a second, but now we're back. But yeah, she's really coming together, and that means here on the next stream we're gonna knock out the rest of those bags, and then we'll review this one too. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for these next couple breaks, because definitely need the breather, the time to catch up, as well as the time to do some more cool stuff on with my channel here. I've kind of kind of wacky. My upload schedule is I have been trying to keep some semblance of a schedule going, but it's something's happening, all right, and yeah. Maybe I messed this up. Oh, that would be helpful. But yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's really starting to turn out here, and now our Viking village can finally have a boat or a ship of some sort, other than that little dinghy that I made, which is not suitable for the seafaring people that are the Vikings. I think it would be really cool to have the Vikings, the pirates, and even like Fort Legoretto incorporated as like little islands and stuff in the sea, ocean, lake, whatever we want to call it. Probably ocean, I would assume it'd make a little bit more sense. But just kind of incorporate it in there. I think that would be neat. Kind of like a pseudo Numenor type thing from Lord of the Rings, specifically either the Silmarillion or featured in Rings of Power as well. But yeah, I think that'd be neat. Just like a little archipelago of sorts of these kind of interesting like one-off islands or something. Because I'd like to incorporate more than just modern like city-style stuff, like city and modular stuff. I'd like to incorporate some more interesting stuff than your basic like, oh, this is a city, so we must use city-like stuff. I'd like to incorporate more of not even just like superhero stuff, which is obviously going to get incorporated and already has been to some extent, and rather well, I would think, but more fantasy and sci-fi type stuff, so like more some Star Wars stuff, some whatchamacallit, can't even think of it at the moment, maybe some, like, I don't know, just all sorts of cool stuff, which is part of the reason why I want to get the minifigures and stuff set up for some of these characters and stuff, just because I would like to add them into the city, and with some little minifigure scale builds and stuff, and I don't know how to do that at the moment, so I'm mainly just focusing on what are they called? Focusing in on brickheads. Brickheads, that's what they're called. Just so I can get the characters and stuff mocked up. So that when I eventually do go to design these figures, I have something to go off of. Because a lot of these characters have either not been depicted in a Lego format, at least not officially, or their depictions are mostly non-minifigure, and the ones that aren't to the level of detail I would like to go, or just not as like accurate as I'd like to go, which is why I would like one day in the future to maybe get some sort of printer so that I can just mock up and print off the pieces, the correct pieces for these figures, and then maybe even one day sell them. That would be cool. We're going to bed, yeah. Yeah. I do not envy you for having to drive 14 girls across the downstate. I do not envy you at all. That would be something that I would not want to do at all. But, yeah, that's why I'm staying home. But, yeah. Good night then, because I'm probably not going back upstairs, unless it's to grab a snack after the stream. But, yeah, it's, been pretty cool so far. Definitely making progress in a variety of ways here. But we're pretty much almost done here anyway. Only really have a few more pieces to add on, and then we'll start getting ready to sign off. Hold on, let me pick this piece up, because somehow that is the first piece this entire stream that I've managed to actually just drop and not recover. So that is surprising that we made it this long without doing that. Oh, I almost forgot one of the most important pieces of the mold. On both of them, actually. And yeah, that is the end of bag 3 here. Next up being bag 4, which we are going to save until next Friday, I believe. But yeah, it's coming along quite well. It's rather long. It's longer than I thought it would be. And definitely looks very good for how it's coming and stuff. Especially for like creative 3-in-1 set. Sometimes they're a little bit weird and stuff. I get this is the primary build, so this is kind of the ideal thing and everything else is built around it. But even the primary build tends to take some sacrifices, and up until this point, at least the kind of look of it, like the front and back, look very good, and it doesn't seem like I've taken too many sacrifices. A lot of like studs not on top, a lot of snot, which is very interesting. You don't see that like all too often. I mean, I guess you do see it rather often, but it's like, you know, not a set technique that you usually see it like in this volume. Usually there's like a few pieces here and there, but like the whole front chunks are all snot, which is very cool to see. But yeah, that's about all for this stream, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And yeah, I think that's going to about do it here. There's not much else that we can work on, and I'm going to take a break, get that video filmed for you guys to enjoy in the morning, and call it a night after that, and have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye.